and welcome to No Pressure English with Kevin. Alright guys, you're very, very welcome today. This is episode 13 of the podcast. Today we're going to focus on common collocations. As always, a quick reminder, this podcast is for intermediate and advanced level English language learners. There's a transcript available in the description. I highly recommend checking it out. It has a comprehensive glossary of all the difficult words that might be used. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy it. So I've chosen 10 of these collocations that I hear frequently, and I hear mistakes made all the time. Also, to make a mistake is another collocation, okay, a verb and a noun that I should highlight here. To make a mistake. And we don't use another verb, it's to make a mistake. Okay, so we're going to correct these mistakes today and give some examples of correct use. We're going to start with the first one, which is to depend on. So we can depend on someone in general. If we need someone's help, I depend on my wife to organize my weekend because I'm usually quite tired by the time Friday arrives. And I just want to relax because I'm a little bit lazy. I need inspiration, and sometimes she's the one who gives me the inspiration to do things. So it's important. And what am I going to do this weekend? Well, it depends on the weather. And it's often very rainy in Ireland, and at the moment it's quite cold, so it depends on the weather. If it's raining tomorrow, I think I might do some work around the house and maybe watch a movie in the evening. But if it's not raining, we might go to the playground with the kids and do some family stuff, hang out, meet some family and friends, have a cup of coffee, the usual. Okay, but it depends on the weather. Okay guys, I'm going to shoot through these collocations pretty quickly, but we're going to stay on that first one again, depend on. ChatGPT is a great example. Some people depend on ChatGPT for their work. I use it sometimes as well. It's great for reviewing documentation or class notes. I use it to create stories in other languages when I'm studying. So I depend on it to create stories in other languages because I can't do that myself. To create stories at my level in a target language, for example. And it's very cool for that, guys. I recommend it. But I don't think you should depend on it. I think it's a great tool. It's a great tool, and we should make use of it rather than depending on it. The next one we have, number 2 on the list, is consist of, to consist of. So, for example, my university course consisted of 9 modules. So there were 9 modules in my university course in the first year, I think. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Okay. Another example, the climate change team who are meeting at the summit consists of experts from all over the world. So it consists of experts from all over the world. It is composed of experts from all over the world. Moving along, we have our next one, number 3, to complain about. So guys, look, in Ireland we complain about everything, more or less. I think everybody complains about everything in most countries. Maybe we are more prone to complaining, I don't know, but we complain about weather, politics, sometimes sports, religion, you name it. All right, we complain about the cost of living. Yeah, that's a big one actually, the cost of living crisis. I think the normal things that everyone complains about, we also complain about. And at the moment, maybe rightfully so, people are complaining about the housing crisis. Just the fact that we don't have enough houses, which is a huge concern, not only in this country, I'm sure, but in many countries. Everyone should be able to have a roof over their heads. The next one we have is insist on. So some nice examples. My old boss always insisted on paying for our lunch when we went out together to have lunch. That was a pretty sweet job. Good times. Some people, when they stay in hotels, always insist on having a view of either the ocean or the mountains. I don't really insist on anything. I'm pretty happy just to be out of the house. Okay. Pretty happy just to be out of the house, guys. The next one is married to be married to someone. So you could say, well, my brother is married to my sister-in-law. You could also go with like famous people. Brad Pitt was married to Jennifer Aniston, and then I think they got separated or divorced. And then at some point, I think he got married to Angelina Jolie too, and then they separated. Anyway, look, life is complicated. So that's another example. Okay, to get married to someone. So we're going to get 2 for the price of 1 here, guys, which is interested in and keen on. For example, at the moment, or last week anyway, everybody was really interested in the Australian Open. Okay, or everyone was keen on watching the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the finals, okay? So same thing really, in general we can say I'm keen on sports, or I'm keen on watching sports, I'm keen on playing sports, I'm interested in playing sports. Or this evening, I would be pretty keen on going to the pub and having a pint if it were possible. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I'd be keen on it, but I don't think it's going to happen. The next one we have is to be good at something or bad at something. So personal experience, I'm really bad at tennis. Okay, I'm terrible at tennis. I'm struggling to think of something I'm good at. I'm okay at playing the guitar. I'm relatively good at playing the guitar, but I'm not great. I'm quite good at creating a routine and doing the things that I've set for myself, or, I've set as goals for myself. In general, I think people in Ireland are really good at taking care of each other. Usually I think Irish people are really good at taking care of each other when they see somebody who's in difficulty. A lot of the time, I saw it happen a lot in Galway, and I always recommend Galway in general as the best city in Ireland. But the people in Galway are really good at taking care of foreigners, people from abroad as well, because it's a very multicultural city. Number 8, we are going to look at the verb listen. Okay, and the preposition that follows listen is to listen to. And a really common mistake with this verb is just dropping the preposition, not using it at all. But the preposition is fundamental. Okay, we need it. So I listen to podcasts during the day. Usually I listen to an Irish podcast in the morning, and then an Italian podcast at different intervals throughout the day. And I try to listen to people who talk sense or who make sense. And I try not to listen to people who don't make sense or who talk nonsense. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and that there was something new in here for you. Maybe something to remove from the language you're using, or just modify, remedy, fix. It's all good, okay? But look, as I said, it's not the end of the world if we make small mistakes. It takes time as well. We might keep making them even when we're aware of them. But then we might start to notice more when we do make them, and then to remedy them. It's a process, okay? It's a process, and it's a beautiful process. So let's keep repeating and let's keep improving. Have a great week, guys. Ciao, ciao.